Hi everyone, March is Women's History Month, so today we're going to be talking about some influential women of various decades throughout history, some important female pioneers and figures that are influential in today's society.
The first woman we'll be talking about is a lady called Marie Curie. She was born on November 7th, 1867 in Warsaw, Poland. She discovered polonium, radium, and uranium characteristics in thorium. She was the first woman to be awarded a Nobel Prize and the only woman that has ever won two. The first award she won was in physics, along with two other people, and she was the sole winner for the chemistry award. But however, in 1934, she was exposed to radiation and was diagnosed with leukemia and died in East France. One of her most popular quotes is, "Be less curious about people and more curious about ideas." The next woman we'll be talking about is Ada Lovelace. She was born on December 10th, 1815 in London, UK. She was a math prodigy and is considered to be the first computer programmer ever. She studied under Charles Babbage, another computer programmer, who invented the difference engine. Her work and notes were only noticed in the 1950s, however, in the article Faster Than Thought, a symposium on digital computing machines. Throughout her life, her health had suffered, and she was exposed to cholera, but eventually died of uterine cancer on November 27th, 1852, at the young age of 36. One of her most popular quotes is, "The more I study, the more insatiable do I feel my genius for it to be."
The next woman we're going to be talking about today is Princess Diana. She was born on July 1st, 1961 in Sandringham, UK. She died on August 31st, 1997 in Paris, France. And during her rule, she made it a point to enforce a women's touch and was known for portraying a more informal and approachable royal style, hence her nickname, the People's Princess. She broke the stigma against HIV and AIDS patients and was an avid philanthropist for various causes. One of her most famous quotes is, "Family is the most important thing in the world." Our next female of the day is Serena Williams. She is a tennis athlete known for winning 23 Grand Slam titles, which is the most of any player in the game. She was born on September 26, 1981 in Saginaw, Michigan, and has been recognized as a pioneer for women's sports and is a huge inspiration to many young female athletes everywhere. Throughout her career, she continues to call out sexism and racism in sports and promotes a body positive image for young athletes all around the world. Her quote is, "Tennis is just a game. Family is forever."
Jane Austen is the next woman we'll be talking about today. Jane Austen was born on December 16th, 1775 in Steventon, UK. She died on July 18th, 1817 in Winchester, UK. Austen was an English novelist known primarily for her 6 major novels, which interpret, critique, and comment upon the British upper class at the end of the 18th century. She paved the way for many future female authors to come. One of her most famous quotes is, "Let other pens dwell on guilt and misery." The next woman we will be talking about is Rosa Parks. She was born on February 4th, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama, and died on October 24th, 2005 in Detroit, Michigan. She was an American activist in the civil rights movement, best known for her pivotal role in the Montgomery bus boycott. The United States Congress called her the First Lady of Civil Rights and the mother of the freedom movement. One of her most famous quotes is, "Each person must live their life as a model for others." Sally Ride was an American astronaut and physicist who became the first American woman in space. She was born on May 26, 1951 in LA, California, and died on July 23, 2012 in La Jolla, California. She was the third woman ever in space after 2 Soviet cosmonauts. One of her most famous quotes is, "All adventures, especially into new territory, are scary."
Harriet Tubman was born in Dorchester County, Maryland. She reports her own year of birth as 1825, and she died on March 10th, 1913 in Auburn, New York. She is known for being an American abolitionist and political activist. Born into slavery, Tubman escaped and subsequently made some 13 missions to rescue approximately 70 enslaved people using the network of anti-slavery activists and safe houses known as the Underground Railroad. One of her most famous quotes is, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world." Amelia Earhart, an aviator, was born on July 24th, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas. She disappeared on July 2nd, 1937 over the Pacific Ocean. Her plane and body were never found, and it continues to be the most speculated death of history, but she was the first person ever to fly solo from Hawaii to the US mainland and the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. One of her most famous quotes is, "Women must try to do things as men have tried. When they fail, their failure must be but a challenge to others."
One of the most influential feminist movements is a movement called Me Too. It was founded in 2006 by Serena Burke, who herself is a survivor of sexual assault. The hashtag #MeToo went viral in 2017 and encouraged young women and older women to step out and share their stories of sexual assault. Many celebrities, along with regular everyday people, have stepped out, like the USA gymnastics team, that includes Gabby Douglas, Simone Biles, and Aly Raisman. Other celebrities include Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lawrence, and Reese Witherspoon.
The glass ceiling is a metaphor used to represent an invisible barrier that prevents a given demographic from rising beyond a certain level in a hierarchy. This applies specifically to women and minorities as they face discrimination in the workplace, including lessened salaries and opportunities. The first person said to use the term the glass ceiling was Marilyn Loden during a 1978 speech.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you learned a lot about Women's History Month.